Boom, title card. Get it fucking going. We got a bunch of greedy bitches. They just gotta spend a night in the house. They get 10 grand. 10 G's. But I love how like he's all like, oh, there's these people, they're professionals. You know, they just need the money for gambling bets, for this, for that. It's like, this one, you know, she's a single mother. Isn't she pretty? It's like, okay, well, you just want some, obviously. Wow, he's already got a knife hold.
This is what she used on my brother and her sister. Hacked them to pieces. We found parts of the bodies all over the house. In places you wouldn't think. The funny thing is the heads have never been found. Hands and feet and things like that. But no heads.
The wife, probably in a rage, threatened her husband with a knife and then, carried away by hysteria, took a swing at him and simply went on from there.
She certainly went on. How many people did she kill?
She must have had hysteria.
Only two. Her husband and her sister. No one else was here.
So there are two loose heads just floating around in here somewhere?
You can hear them at night. They whisper to each other and then cry.
This guy's
Since
really
our host isn't here, would anyone
good
care
at a
to mix
party.
me a drink?
Oh look, are those rats? Must be acid. Nothing else does that.
Destroys everything with hair and flesh.
Does it go anywhere?
Uh-oh.
Lance!
Uh-oh. Zoink, Scoob, this is why you don't separate, man. You stay with the group. It's day one shit.
Help me, please! Lance is gone, and there's a ghost. Please,
See what I mean?
please, come on!
Did she say Lance is gone? Gone
And the
where?
king of the ghosts is just like, fucking told your bitch ass. And look at him walk. He's just so fucking chill. He's like, yeah, I know about the ghost. No one's listening to me.
Ah,
Lance is playing a long con. He just wants to get into somebody's pants. Their name is Nora. We got ourselves a hollow wall situation. Oh! She on a Roomba? What?
You don't believe me.
Of course I don't. You're a woman. You are not gonna have slightly non-consensual sex with me. Because it's the 50s and I barely have to say yes. That's a comment on the time and other men, not on how I feel about actual relationships.
Damn you.
Would you adore me as much if I were poor? No. All you want to be is a lovely widow. It's almost time to lock up the house. And then your party will really begin.
We got dangerously close
I wonder how it'll end.
to possibly shutting this thing down. Her hair is her weakness, like Samson. Her weakness is also, like, pilot wiener, apparently. Oh! Fantastic acting. Please tell me she got an Academy Award. Or equivalent. You know when there's a head in your room and you just don't know what to do?
Pull the trigger.
I'm very confused.
they're loaded.
Did this happen in the 50s? Was we just handing out guns to people?
These are no good against the dead, only the living.
Doctor?
Oh,
Lance?
oh what? Why are you
Nora?
giving them guns?
Go ahead, take it.
I went to this crazy party, man. Went to this crazy party. We had to stay in this basically haunted house all night to get $10,000, and I got a gun. Oh, damn. That rope is not taut. That rope has got slack on it. I just want to have another horror movie where everybody has guns. They're just like, you got your gun? Got my gun. Got your gun? Got your gun. You got a gun, I got a gun. We all got guns. So, if what we're dealing with is shootable, we're good. Taken care of.
No!
Bitch. We killed National Treasure Vincent Price. Yes. You gonna put him in acid? Then he's just gonna disappear. Unless you rewrite his will that in the event of his disappearance, like Carol Baskin. You know? That woman who totally didn't kill her husband. You are so dumb. You are the dumbest. What a conclusion. What? His face is priceless. Yes, my perfect plan. That's not completely ridiculous.
Good night, Doctor. Good night, Annabelle.
But there were no ghosts, bud. Okay, well, I mean, I dug it. Kinda. We got some problems. Because there's no ghosts. So the ending doesn't scare me. I think it would scare me if I have murderous, I have people with murderous intent after me, but, you know, there's no ghosts in that story. It was just a bunch of people fucking with each other. So his ending is kind of like, yeah, the ghosts are coming for you, even though there's no ghosts. Either way, let's take a quick break, and then we'll play the trailers for Monday. Because as you may or may not know, actually, I'll say it when we come back for the trailers for Monday. Oh, that's the wrong one. We're just falling a fucking part here today. Well, House on Haunted Hill. Its poster is right here. I'm in the lower half of my own poster. You know, it was a good movie. I think it just kind of lost itself towards the end, because it's about, I thought it was about a haunted house. And it turns out the house being haunted is kind of secondary to a plot to murder your spouse. Two spouses trying to murder each other. Now, there seems to be no hero and no villain, because the two people that could have died are assholes, and the people that ended up winning, that guy's an asshole, and a lot of innocent people just ended up okay. So I don't really know what to think at the end of it, and I don't understand why there's a big threat at the end that maybe the ghosts are coming for you, because there were no ghosts. It was all trickery and bullshit. So it was kind of like, oh, we have a crazy man and some other people that have nothing to do with what's going on. Like that drunk lady doesn't even need to be there. There's a drunk lady. I have the, let me see here, the notes. Ruth Bridges, who's a colonist. She doesn't even need to be there. Trent, of course, you know, that's the guy that, I think I called him Fredericks for some dumb fucking reason. Trent is the guy that it turns out, was working with Mrs. Lauren to kill Vinnie Price, but there was no reason for Ruth Bridges to be there. I guess just to be a witness. There was really no reason for Lance to be there except to come on to Nora way too hard. And Watson Pritchard, I guess, is there just to get drunk and try to convince everybody there's ghosts, which we know there isn't. So there's really, it was kind of a who knows, who cares type of deal when it comes to House on Haunted Hill. Still think the setup was really cool. I imagine that the sequel is probably also awesome because it was made in the 90s, where the special effects are probably absolutely garbage, and they're offering those people $1 million to stay in the house because of inflation. So I imagine that it's a whole lot better. I did want to mention, just because I found it hilarious, The House on Haunted Hill, 1959. 1959. Its budget was $200,000 estimated, $200,000, and it made $1.5 million estimated, which is good. I mean, that's $59. In 1999, they made a reboot of House on Haunted Hill. House on Haunted Hill, not a reboot, I guess, just a reimagining, a redo. That budget was $19 million, and it made $40.8 million. It also starred Jeffrey Rush, Famke Johnson, Taye Diggs, Ali Larter, Bridget Wilson, Peter Gallagher, and Chris Kattan. That's just a very weird cast. Just a weird cast altogether. So I might have to see that movie just out of complete curiosity. But of course I can't watch it here because it's not public domain. So yeah. Probably won't play it here. Well, I enjoyed watching the film. I hope you did too, if you're watching. And there we go. There we go. We're back to the smooth sounds of Kirk Has Glasses. So happy Juneteenth to you. No one's free unless we're all free. That's the point. I hope you use your freedom to help other people gain theirs. I hope you listen to other people during this crazy time. And I hope you find time to watch more movies and enjoy the things you do and work on the things you love. Thank you very much. Have yourself a good night. And hopefully I will see someone on Monday morning for the Monday morning matinee. It's a double feature of anti-marijuana movies. Have a good one. And next week, cautionary tales about marijuana. We got She Shoulda Said No and Reefer Madness, so we can get some true dirt on marijuana and what it's doing to the youth and the culture in the 50s. And I'm sure get some very historically accurate takes on how marijuana works, especially since I am in California where it is legal and it can be purchased by adults to consume safely, as long as you're not driving. So I cannot wait to watch that. Happy Juneteenth to everybody. This was filmed Juneteenth. Sorry. I had to scratch my nose when I said Juneteenth there. Came out Juneteenth, which is not a holiday celebrating the true end of slavery. It's the teeth that you acquire in June. If you're a tooth fairy, imagine she has a file on June teeth, or maybe dentists. They just have like their quarterly June appointments. This would go a lot better if I had the music playing. You know what? Why not? Talking to myself, might as well have music playing. Give the full effect.